The purpose of this self-paced class is to encourage teachers and students to explore the outstanding museums in their areas and to study further on that particular objects. Written documents will be used as educational resources and put into the play to enhance the classroom curriculum. Syllabus for the study will be provided to each and every teacher and student tomorrow. You are allowed to complete the task in 9 months. In case of any issue, support will be provided to everyone by our top-level officials. The tomb of Giyuddin Balban is located close to the entrance gate of the Archaeological Survey Park. Historically, Ilbari Turb Balban was captured by Mongols and sold as a slave in Ghazni. Balban was bought back by Sultan Iltutmish in 1232 CE. Politically, his contribution lay in keeping at bay the enemies of the fledgling sultanate. The Balban tomb was discovered in the mid-20th century. Balban was the Sultan of the Delhi Sultanate during Mamluk dynasty between 1266 AD and 1287 AD. Just looking at the latest jewelry trends for the last few seasons in the Australian market, you'll notice that jewelry seems to be bigger in size and eye-catching. There are beautiful carnelian pearl and silver necklace handmade by Mayank and Pinky, called Lily. While products are more important in the branding arena, Jeweler keeps you updated on the most recent news related to jewelry. You just need to take premium membership for this. The very first thing which comes in the mind of readers is that Jig is in an impossible position and will give in to the American, meaning that she decides to have the abortion. Abortion is safe to end a pregnancy. Medication abortion and aspiration abortion are the two methods of abortion available to women in the first trimester of pregnancy. Jig faces many problems because she is also a foreigner who does not speak the local language. Tigers are really amazing. They are the biggest cat in the world. They are wild cats with orange fur and dark strips. Fierce and strong cats' number is decreasing day by day. There are around 3,500 tigers in the world, and more than half of them are living in only India, Russia, and Bangladesh. As a fellow animal lover, it saddens me to hear about the decreasing population of tigers worldwide. Necessary steps will be taken to protect the tigers. All discoveries are not helpful to mankind in today's world. Like example nuclear bomb, I don't know that how this is going to help, it only destroys. Sometimes there are such discoveries which are made by luck, like an example, when Sir Newton made a great discovery, gravity. While sitting under an apple tree, when the apple hit him on his head, then he knew that gravity existed. There are many discoveries happen every now and then, there are so many more things waiting to be discovered. Former actress Aero Satom, who moved to the United States, was found dead in the Seattle hospital in Washington state on September 20th. According to sources, she was hospitalized on 11th and was treated, but her condition suddenly changes and died of multiple organ dysfunctions. For her movie AI and Makoto, she won the top prize of Hideki Seijo by Mr. Kazuhiro Kajihara. She appeared in many movies, TV dramas. Later, she married a businessman and retired as an actress with birth. Liberty Eclipse provided the energy assurance community with its first opportunity to confront a large-scale, multi-region significant cyber incident that created physical world consequences. As expected, many planning and communications gaps were revealed concerning the cyber incident. However, the exercise also demonstrated the tight cooperation and coordination that already exists on consequence management for standard hazards. A shirt, tie, and blazer may not be the ingredients for our favorite outfit. All wouldn't throw away the idea of school uniform. It is a badge of pride, creates an identity for a school. Male uniforms are typically a white shirt, tie, and gray pant, while female uniforms are typically white blouse and tartan skirt. Dress for summers and winters is also different in some schools. Traditional uniforms may differ from state to state and from country to country. Writers may make the mistake of making all their sentences too compact. Some have made this accusation against the prose of Gibbon. An occasional loose sentence prevents the style from becoming too formal and allows the reader to relax slightly. Loose sentences are common in easy, unforced writing, but it is a fault when there are too many of them. There is a long history of rulers and governments trying to legislate on men's hair, both the length of the hair on their heads and the style of facial hair. For practical reasons, Alexander the Great insisted his soldiers be clean-shaven, but Peter the Great of Russia went further, insisting no Russians had beards. All the software which we used to use on your desktop machine, now you can access the same applications through the cloud. For example, initially we used to work with these to store data on the home drive, and now we use to store data on the Google Drive or on the Dropbox. It's not just about the storage, but also about the apps. If you remember those days, innovations to be used to install MS Office on the machine, and now we use Google Docs or Office 365. So everything is happening on the cloud. In the distribution of wealth, America is more unequal than most European countries. The richest tenth of the population earns nearly 6 times more than the poorest tenth. In Germany and France, the ratio is just over 3 to 1. The United States also has the largest proportion of its people in long-term poverty. What can history tell us about contemporary society? Generally, in the past, even in Europe until the 18th century, it was assured that it could tell how any society should work. The past was the model for the present and the future. It represented the key to the genetic code by which each generation produced its successors and ordered their relationships. So many people that waste their money on cheaply made yet highly priced stuff and furniture, while it doesn't have to be so damn expensive. Save your money, even if you have not a single cent to worry about. The next generation you leave behind is going to get it even tougher than we do. At least leave something good behind when you are gone, like these things, which are for them something to learn and think about. Early in the 19th century, Wordsworth opposed the coming of the steam train to the Lake District, saying it would destroy its natural character. Meanwhile, Blake denounced the dark satanic mills of the Industrial Revolution. The conservation of the natural environment, however, did not become a major theme in politics until quite recently. Chaucer was probably the first English writer to see the English nation as a unity. This is the reason for his great appeal to his contemporaries. A long war with France has produced a wave of patriotism, with people no longer seeing each other Saxon or Norman but as English. A form of media that has the appearance of moving text and graphics on a display. Its purpose is to communicate information in multiple ways. As per Shelton, it is an integrated sight and sound kinetic media. In addition to this, it communicates the message to large heterogeneous and anonymous audience. It communicates the same message to mass audience simultaneously, sometimes in public, other times in private. It is multisensory such that the audience's sight and hearing are stimulated in concert. The Atlantic coast of the peninsula can be thought of as the cold side, and the sea on this coast tends to be clear and cold, with a variety of seaweeds growing along the rocky shoreline. On a hot day, however, this cold water can be very refreshing and is said to be less hospitable to shanks, which prefer warmer waters. All the works of art shown in this exhibition were purchased on a shoestring budget. The criteria that the curators had to follow were that works must be acquired cheaply, appeal to a broad range of tastes, and fit with unusual environments. Thus, many of our better-known modern artists are not represented.